Do you get distracted by all those shiny objects that you see? Hello Ramblers, and welcome to another video from the Mindful Rambler. I hope you're well, and I'm out having a little stroll, or ramble as I should probably call it, somewhere which I'm not going to tell you exactly where I am right now, because it'll become very apparent very quickly with some of the noises you hear. And a quick question for you all before we get started on today's topics and tips that I have for you. When it comes to these longer form videos, what kind of length do you like? I'm talking about videos here. Normally I do it around about 30 minutes, but I'm thinking about doing it slightly shorter, about 20 minutes. So, but I'd be interested to hear your comments and your thoughts on it. What would be your preference? And I will go with the majority. So a little question for you there. Now I'm just going to show you this. Might give you a bit of a clue where I am. Oh, another clue. There's also quite a strange noise you keep hearing as well, which we'll check out soon. There's another beautiful day here. Hear that sound? It'll all become apparent very soon, if you haven't guessed already. But yeah, it's another beautiful day out rambling in the Scottish countryside. Stunning down here. I'll quickly show you where I am. And there you go. Right, I'm going to continue meandering up here. I'll be back very soon with a thought-provoking question I have, and then I've got some thoughts on it myself, which I'll be sharing very soon. Every journey has a story. Let's go! In the forests of deepest, darkest Scotland, what will we find in here today? As long as it's not the Blair Witch or the Blair Witch, I don't care. For those who haven't guessed yet, I am near Edinburgh Airport today. Now it's quite noisy near the airport with the actual runway, which is just over those trees behind me, as you can probably hear. So I'm not going to get too close just now while I'm chatting, but I will get some footage. So going back to that first question, do you get distracted by shiny objects? Now what do I mean by shiny objects? Recently I've been seeing a lot of stuff online. You know, things like how to make £40,000 every month, or how to... Oh, plane. That one. Landing. Or how to increase your business revenue from 6 million to 7 million a year. how to get that incredible physique in 4 days. You know what I mean? You see a lot of that nowadays. And me being in business, I do get attracted by these shiny objects that we do see. But I worked in risk for a long time, 23 years, and it made me very risk averse. So I am a little bit skeptical of these things. So I will do, and I do recommend, if you do see these things and you decide you'd like to go for it or take somebody's offer up, it's very important to do your due diligence first. So when I see them, I do that, and then, you know, a high percentage of the time I do get the kind of feedback from people who have tried it to say that you know, it is a scam. And unfortunately there's a lot of scammers out there, or not just scammers, but people who are promising you the world, and when they get your money they just disappear. I've had issues like that in the past with marketing companies. They promise you they'll improve your business by X amount, but when they actually get the money, you hardly hear from them again. So I recommend, if you do see them and it's something that you do want to take up, do your due diligence and just do some research to make sure it's not. And they're not, and they aren't all. I mean, there's a few that I've found which are legitimate and have got some great feedback. So those are the ones that you can go for. But it's just to be very careful that you are not going to be getting scammed by all these shiny objects you see online. They're very clever nowadays with all the technology we have to make these things look incredible and to give you evidence that they are that they do work, and they have worked for them. But then you do wonder, you know, some of them you see is go, well, why are you now selling your strategy? You know, why are you not just continuing to use it to make all this money? Why do you now need to create a course or whatever it is to sell this incredible strategy that you've formed and use it yourself? Again, that makes me a little bit skeptical of these people and these the content you see online. So be interested to hear your comments on what you think of all these offers and content you see online now these days, promising you the world, promising you this incredible business, incredible body, incredible life. I'd be interested to hear your comments. If it's something that maybe you have signed up for and been on the wrong end, or of course the opposite, you've signed up for and it's worked really well for you, and you know, it's improved your life, it's helped you achieve your goals. I'd be very interested to hear. Now I'm going to continue on and just move slightly away from the airport, but I will come back and show you some footage of it. I just won't do quite so much talking then, because I have a couple of tips that I now want to share with you from my 50 lessons at 50 Cs that I've been doing. And if you are interested in learning more about this, if you go onto my Facebook channel, Facebook page, I've been sharing them all there for the last few weeks, so if you can scroll through my timeline you'll see more details about all the lessons that I've been sharing. Right, I'll continue on now and we'll see you very soon. Good place for a spot of swimming maybe on a day like this, for those that are into their wild swimming. hope you enjoyed that footage from the airport. There's another plane just going on. I think I would have a bit of a fascination about planes, the amount of times I'm making videos and there's planes in the background. I was, in that last footage you just saw, I was standing just across there, and it's quite noisy when the planes go up and down, so when I need to talk I'll need to move away from the runway. And I'm now walking along a road, quiet wee road. Oh, there's a pathway here, but it looks like it's been blocked off. Certainly was one at some stage. Anyway, I'll continue along here just now. The last time I was at the airport, I actually timed the difference between when a plane takes off and it lands. So the time from when it actually takes its wheels off the tarmac to when the next plane plants its wheels on the tarmac, 58 seconds. Quite quick, that seems, but I don't know much about aviation, so I'm sure it's all correct and above board. It just does seem incredibly quick. It also shows how busy Edinburgh Airport is as well. Okay, now I'm going to share a few tips today from my 50 lessons at 50. And the first one's all to do with getting rest. And rest is not slacking. So don't feel guilty about taking time off or taking time out to recover. Your body, after a hard day, your body needs rest. It's like when you sleep, your body needs that sleep to repair from the hard day you've had. And it's one of the biggest shifts I had in my life was when I stopped feeling guilty about resting, taking time out, and started planning it into my day and my week. And I make sure I've always got time to rest and recover. And it's improved my productivity, my clarity, my energy levels are higher, and my creativity is better as well. So if you are someone who does feel a little bit guilty when it comes to taking rest, don't. It's one of your key tools in life. To relish your journey, you need to take time out to rest. So that is tip number one. Never feel guilty about taking rest. It will improve your productivity. It will help you recover after a hard day. Rest is productive, and stillness isn't slacking. It's actually strategic. Stick that in your journal. I hope you're finding these videos, the shorts and the long form, beneficial. And I'm on a road, so just checking behind me. When we get knocked down by a car, that would be, I suppose it might make quite interesting content. Not for me, mind you. And if you are, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be very much appreciative. And like the video and share with anybody who you think might find it beneficial also. I would be very grateful. Burnout is not a badge of honour. I found out this to my cost when I was working in the corporate industry, and I basically took on too much, worked every hour God sent, and just ended up getting very stressed out and was actually sent home. It was that bad. Not before I got a pep talk which stuck with me to this day. And I worked in the corporate industry, and I was basically taken away before I was sent home and told, we're not saving lives here, put your well-being first. And it's very, very true. Your well-being is so important. So I'm going to quickly segue into that. And it's something I talk about a lot when it comes to well-being in 4 particular areas. So that is sleep, making sure you're getting enough sleep. It is, there's a car about to pass, so I'll let that pass. It's hydration, incredibly important. You might think you only need 1.5 litres a day, as was that generic amount you heard getting banded about. When I used a water calculator, it was 4 litres a day I needed, and that was without exercise. Your diet, and I don't mean going on diets, I just don't do diets. I don't really understand them. Why would you starve your body for a month to then return to your normal eating habit? What I like to do is just make small, consistent changes, testing things out and finding out what works best for me. And then exercise. We all know the importance of getting enough exercise, and it is vitally important. I mean, even just that 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk every day just to get the body moving is all beneficial. I mean, I like to try and get to the gym a couple of times a week, get my 10,000 steps in every single day, but one size doesn't fit all, so you need to work out what's best for you. Oh, I wonder what's going on here today. Lots of cars parked. I think there might be, looks like a wedding. Better not disrupt it. Noisy place for a wedding. But yeah, when you're well-being, that's the 4 areas I like to focus on to improve mine. Sleep, diet, hydration and exercise. But just going back to the burnout point, burnout is not a badge of honour. It can have a horrendous effect on your mindfulness and your body and your physical health. And then just think about all the work you're going to have to do once you've reached that breaking point to get yourself back into being 100%, or as close to as possible, nothing's perfect, fit up here and in the body. So just think about it that way. Oh, I do love getting out in the countryside, especially when the weather's like this. So lucky to live in such a beautiful country, but at the same time, when the sun comes out, it's just incredible. This is fun to me. And I'm going to finish the vlog here with a little bit about fun, actually. And that is, it is so important. I know we're all busy, we have busy diaries, but it's so important to schedule some fun into your life. Actually blocking time out to go and do it. Because if you don't, you know what will fill that gap? Feelings of being stressed, overwhelmed. So make sure you schedule some fun into your diary every day, every week, if you can. Right, I'm going to end it there now. I'll be interested to hear your comments on this video. I'm hoping to have made it around about that 20-minute mark, but I'll sort it out. Just meandering along this was a quiet road, but it's suddenly become quite busy. I'll be interested to hear your comments on the distractions of all those shiny objects you see just now on posts and content that you see. And then I hope you found the tips beneficial. Hope you've been able to hear me as well. Busy time at the airport. And the tips, yeah, so productivity or resting is productive. Taking time out to rest and recover is so important. Burnout, it's not a badge of honour. Don't work yourself into the ground when it takes you weeks to recover. Notice the signs when you start to feel those feelings of being burnt out, and take the action before you break down. And of course, schedule a little fun into your life as well. Well, I hope you have enjoyed that. As I said, please be very grateful if you could subscribe to my channel, like this video, and of course share with anybody who you might find it beneficial as I continue my journey. And just remember to relish your journey. I'll leave you there now, and I will see you again very soon. Have a great day. Onwards and upwards.